What's good, YT family? It's your brother E Alive with another KVA video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate the love. Much appreciate the support. Trying to end this last year strong. Trying to end this last part of the year strong, man. So I'm definitely hitting you guys with a lot more content, a lot more videos. Still got some things I'm figuring out what I want to do with the channel, what I want to do as far as videos, voiceovers, reaction videos. Man, I got so much stuff cooking right now. It's ridiculous, but either way, man, we still gonna keep the ball rolling. I hope everybody's doing well, crushing their goals, and getting started on the new year, man. The new year starts now. The new year starts now. Don't wait till that ball dropped to where now you like, oh man, I gotta get to it. Nah, man, let's get to it now, bro. Summer's coming up soon. I know it's cold in Chicago right now. I don't know where you listening from, but in Chicago right now, it's getting a little chilly. So, but summer's right around the corner, man. So I hope everybody's doing their thing. But yeah. So I wanted to make this video because I felt like I always feel this. I always feel like my opinion just is a lot separate and different. And I think that's why y'all fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that, I'm coming to y'all with the real. I'm coming to y'all with the truth. And it's, even though it might be a little bit different than what y'all used to hearing on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Y'all appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all because, we're all one family here. But I think that the one thing that's holding you back is the fact that you haven't come to grips, or you're struggling with the fact that whoever you might have liked, or whoever you still do like, whoever you still have feelings for, male or females, it's hard for you right now to realize that you might have been wasting your time. And I say that because when I'm watching these videos and when I'm looking at these content creators who are making videos on women, and I'm seeing, I look through the comments, I'm one of those people that I'm very much a student of a lot of these content creators, and I'm very much an observer of a lot of things, right? I'm definitely someone who's still young and still learning about everything in all facets of life, including women. And, when I go through the comments, I see these stories, and I see these, I see a lot of men who, voicing, their struggles and their shortcomings, or, I'm saying that, whatever it may be that makes them unhappy with, women, or whatever it may be. And I see myself, right? I see myself. I see someone who is just like me, confused, maybe frustrated at times, or, maybe in pain, maybe the feeling of betrayal, or whatever it may be, right? And what I feel, if I were to speak to those people, which is, on my channel, which is me speaking to you guys, I feel as if, right, we haven't been trained to understand and be okay with the fact that whoever it is that we might love, or whoever it is that we might have feelings for, might not have those same feelings for us, and they never will have the same feelings for us. And I know that might go against a lot of things for, a lot of people who are dating coaches or of any sorts, because they give so many tips and so many tricks and so many opinions and so many ideologies, and so many things are being thrown at you to where, it becomes an echo chamber of some sort, where you're just hearing the same things over and over and over. And some of it may be true and accurate, and not saying that it's not informative, because it is, and it's definitely some of it, not all of it. I will say that some of it is very informative, and it has a lot of good meaning to it, but a lot of it is just fluff. A lot of it is just opinions. A lot of it is just, another person's opinion and ideology. Just like how when you're listening to me, it's just my opinion and my idea, how I think. And the common denominator to me, this is me personally, excuse me, the common denominator to this is you wasted your time with the wrong woman. Point blank, period. I don't care how many videos you watch. I don't care who you watch. At the end of the day, you wasted your time with the wrong woman. And I know bro, it's, as men, for some reason, I truly believe we love harder than women, for sure. It's hard for us to understand that we might have to walk away from something that we truly love and that you definitely were invested in. And I think that's what makes it so much harder is when we actually like a woman or we're interested in a woman, we invest in so much. So much. And I'm not even just talking money. I'm not talking money, right? Because to me, spending hundreds or thousands, whatever, how much you're spending on a woman or how much I've spent so much money on women, it's ridiculous. I don't think that it's even worth that. Like, I don't even think the emotional pain and the confusion and the uncertainties and the, the misdirections and all that shit like that, just the whole mental, safari that you can go through when you're just dealing with the wrong person. I don't think money can ever equate to that. And I think that's what a lot of men on YouTube are not talking about. This shit is very much a emotional roller coaster when you're out here dating in 2023, dealing with, I hate to say it, a lot of women who are just not good for you. And not just good for you, but just not good for anyone. They're not an asset to anyone. And no one likes to talk about it. No one even thinks to talk about how much people can be in pain from this shit. I was just seeing in the comment section on the YouTube video, you know what I'm saying? And, this is somebody I don't know, but him talking about his situation and him even, thinking about, I don't want to say it on YouTube. I want to keep, I want to keep it friendly, but him thinking about actually deleting himself, bro. Off of, the situation that he was in with a woman that he's only been with for about 4 or 5 years. And it's serious, bro. This is a real deep thing. And a lot of us wasted our time. Some of us might not have been to that breaking point, right? But we have definitely been in points where, we were in a emotional wreck, dealing with the wrong woman, dealing with the wrong person, dealing with the wrong partner. It took a toll on us, and it changed us. It changed how we thought of things. A lot of us don't even remember how we used to think about not just women and dating, but just life before. We just were so caught up in the whole hypergamy and the alpha beta this and just stuff that didn't even exist in our minds before we got on YouTube and before it became a big thing, right? And like I said, it all stems from wasting your time with the wrong woman and not realizing, right, like, okay, she just doesn't like me. I remember that I could tell you guys a story one time. This is when I was working at Lifetime Fitness a long time ago. It was this one chick that I was putting so much pressure on, right? And she just never would give me the time of day. She was kind of into, like, Middle Eastern dudes and stuff like that, right? So, I just kind of like chopped it up to the game. Then another shorty ends up getting hired on to the job, and me and her kind of hit it off right away. Like, not necessarily like dating or anything, but just chopping it up, getting to know each other. And it was kind of like, becoming a well-known thing around the gym, getting, a well-known thing around the gym that, me and her was getting real close, chopping it up. So, I'm leaving the gym or whatever. Because the shorty that I was putting the pressure on at first, she was working like the overnight shift. So I would see her like in passing because I worked like the 2 to 10. So like I would see her in passing every time, pretty much, leaving the gym. And I stopped for a little bit to walk past the desk because she used to work at the front desk. So I stopped at the front desk, chopped it up with her a little bit, and she was just like, she said something like, "Oh, you and so getting real close, huh?" And then I just looked at her and I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, it's a little, I don't know, we just seeing where things gonna go, this and that, yada yada." And I just looked at her and I was like, "Oh, you jealous, huh?" And she just looked at me, right? And I think the way I looked at her, she just like we just like had like strong eye contact for just a few seconds. Excuse me. And she just looks at me and says, "Oh, I don't want to get messy," right? Just because I think the way I looked at her, just like kind of like I think she could just read my mind, like she could just read my eyes, just like how I was looking at her. And I was like, getting messy. I was like, I didn't even know you was even fucking with me really like that. I kept trying to shoot my shot at you, and you was just shooting me down. And she was like, "Oh, you just gave up too easy." And when I say that shit had my mind blown when she said that shit, I was like, I gave up too easy. Like, I'm like, in my head, I'm doing everything other than crashing the fuck out to, what I'm saying, what I mean, to see what's up with you, you know what I'm saying? But like, she kept turning me down. So, you know what I'm saying? Your boy had to, chop it up to the game and keep it pushing. But to me, that was just a tall tale sign of, like, not a tall tale sign, but just something that was interesting. Because I'm just like, when someone likes you, right? If you really, if in that case, if she really liked me, I wouldn't have to have done half of those things, half of the shit that I was doing to get her attention. A quarter of the things that I was doing to get her attention. If she really liked me like that, right? And I think it's just, it's kind of just a female trend nowadays to try to get a man to do so much. But it's just like, in my head, I was like, bro, I don't need to do that to attract a woman who wants to be in my life, right? Like, I get it, right? We're men, so we're the initiators, right? We're the energy. We're the masculine force, right? So we're the ones who are going to initiate the situation, right? We're going to initiate the the relationship. But at the same time, right, like that shouldn't be like, I shouldn't have to fucking jump through fucking hoops, jump through a hoop of fire and jump in a fucking piranha pit just to get with a bitch. Like, I shouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm somebody who, I might not be the most handsome and I'm not the tallest, but at the same time, I know I'm not no ugly bum ass nigga. Like, I know it's like, I'm still that nigga. Like, it's no way I need to do all that to get no bitch. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. I'm not trying to be cocky, but I know I don't need to crash the fuck out to get no bitch. But it's just like, at that moment, I was just thinking in my head, I'm like, wow, I'm happy I didn't waste my time with that situation, because like I said, I would have just been in another emotional roller coaster, confused and all this stuff like that. And I always like to say that God doesn't dwell in the realm of confusion. God doesn't dwell. What's meant for you from God is not confusing. It's not, hard to understand. And you're not, so when I see guys, what I'm saying, when I'm seeing guys in the comment section saying things like, "Oh, but what if, she's not doing this? And what if You know, she's like, she's hot one day and then the next day she's cold? Or what if the next day, you know, she's talkative and all this stuff like that, and then the next day she's, you know, she doesn't want to talk to me? And, you know, sometimes I just don't understand where we are and all that. Like, bro, she don't like you. And for some reason, maybe it, you know, she might be, you know, she might be one of those, you know, manipulative time wasters, like Alan Roger Curry used to say, rest in peace to him. That's definitely a possibility. Or she could just be nice and she just doesn't want to tell you, right? Like, she just doesn't want to, you know, make you feel bad of any sort. Or she might be one of those people who truly, you know, are oblivious, but that's a small percentage. A small percentage. A lot of women know what men, you know, women know, bro. Trust me. Women know when, you know, said a man likes them or not. So to me personally, like I said, wasting your time is something that you have to stop doing. And I know it's painful and it hurts, because a lot of people going through it, a lot of men going through it, and it's creating, you know, to me, that's all the red pill community and the MGTOW and all this stuff like that. That's where it stems from. It doesn't really even stem from female pain to me, because I feel like this is, you know, women are just being who they always have been. I just think men have just gotten so much more caught in the habit of wasting our time with things that do not serve us. We're wasting our time with women who do not want to be with us. We're wasting time with friends who don't support our dreams and don't, not necessarily support our dreams, but don't feed into where we're trying to go. More so, they feed into who we've already been, and we're trying to grow. We're trying to expound on who we are. We're trying to move forward. And that is our biggest problem. That's our biggest problem in dating right now. If she's not doing what you don't want, if she's not being who you want her to be, because this is your life. This is your life we're talking about. This is your life we're talking about. Me personally, being that we all have a short, you know, I mean, life is long, but I'm just saying we all have a short time on this earth. Excuse me. We all have a short time on this earth. Some of us are going to have shorter time. Some of us are going to be here for a while. Either way, relatively short time on this planet. You need to make sure that whatever you're doing is serving you and is making you happy. Period. And if that means you got to cut that bitch off, cut that bitch off. If that means you got to cut that friend off, cut that friend off. If that means you got to stop talking to that family member, stop talking to that family member. Do whatever the fuck you need to do for you. But make sure you are not wasting your life, not wasting your time. You do not have enough time to waste. Nobody knows when their last day is going to be. So, yeah, man, that's one thing I will tell you guys for sure. Do not waste your time. Coming into 2024, we are no longer wasting our time with shit that no longer serves us. So, yeah, that's the video for today, man. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate the love. Much appreciate the support. Holla at me later. Peace.